Good morning, welcome back to vlog number, not sure, 8 maybe. Got a couple of things planned today. I'm just going to pack up a bag. I've got essentials and some goodies that I'm going to drop off to my mother's house. Obviously keeping a safe distance, so I'll just drop them off outside and head back home. Probably check the workshop as well because I haven't been there for maybe a week or more. So just going to check everything is okay there. Bring home some more material as always, and we'll head into the little project that I got going on today. Hiya.
Hello. I got another few more now of brilliant. Today look at the emoji flags.
So my mother has been spending her time in lockdown putting flags in her window for armed forces.
A string of sellotape and a tablecloth. Oh, I didn't even know that. So I'm just in the middle of making some more.
Right.
Okay. See ya.
Bye. Made it into the workshop. Feels really good to be in here, but can't stay. I'm going to pick up the few tools that I need, so files, coping saw, and possibly take some more material home, so I got more material to make things with. There's the culprit. Forgot to bring this with me last time, so we'll take that. Just got the material that I need to take home, so it's just some offcuts that I knew I had lying around. However, I do need a piece for not this project but the next project, and I need that wider. But I've got a strip of oak there, so I'm just going to cut that on the miter saw quick because I don't need all of it, and I'm not taking that big, whatever it is, 6-foot board into the house. So while I'm in the workshop, I'll just quickly tell you what the plan is today. I'm going to head home and make a hand router. I'm not really sure if that's the correct term, but I'm going to make a chisel router that I can use. If you've heard of one, you'll probably know what it is, but it's basically a hand tool that you can use to cut dados. So that's what the plan is today. Time to get out of here. I will see you on the other side. So I'm just going to use a scrap piece of pine, and then if this works out well, I might upgrade to some fancy hardwood in the future. But for the first trial and for the first one, pine will work just fine anyway, and it shows that you could just make it out of any material you've got lying around. I'm just going to flatten this surface. All the others are fine, they're square, but I'm just going to run the hand plane over this surface because this side and this side is a little bit high. So I'm just going to take those spots down so we've got a nice square piece. Just gonna score the line. So all I've done here is just cleaned out the majority of the waste, but I'm using the hole that I drilled as a guide, so as I put my chisel in I can see the angle that I'm at. So I'm just going to take out this waste and go all the way through. Okay, so that's the mortise chiseled. Went better than I thought. So I'm just gonna mark this out now. Jacob's making a noise over there with Shell, so if you can't hear me, blame them. This is why you can't hear me. I've marked out the wedge, so I'm just going to cut this section off here. I'm not sure if you can see the line, but I'm just going to cut a little bit off there and we'll see where we're at, and then we'll tweak it if need be. So I just did a test fit. The wedge is too thick, so I'm just going to take off a little bit more. So we've got the wedge. The clamping method was better than I expected, so we'll try out this wedge now alongside the base and see how it works. So I cut off the end to get the angle that I need and the height that I like for the wedge. That seems to be working out well, like so. And that way this is not hitting the rim of the handle or the blade, but I can still get in there and tap if I need to. But realistically I don't need to tap, all I need to do is tap the chisel anyway. what's left to do now is just shape this how I want it. But if you didn't want to go through all of the things that I've done, you could literally just use this block, drill a 45 through, which is slightly smaller than your chisel, hammer your chisel through that hole, and you're away to go. That's all you need, and the chisel will hold in it. I just wanted to test out a more fancy version that I can eventually make out of some hardwood. I've just used obviously pine for this as a practice run. That wraps it up for today. I've just put a coat of wax and gonna let that dry, but I'll show you how it works now. But the aim of today was to just get this prototype done so I can see how it works, adjust anything if I need to in the future. And yeah, it's gonna be a nice little tool to use. It's a nice feeling when you make something, especially a tool that you can use yourself. So I'll show you how it works now, and that'll wrap up the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye. So as you can see, the tool works. If you imagine this was a dado, obviously I would have cut this with a handsaw. The tool works really well. Pretty happy with it. I can see there's maybe a few changes that I might make on the next one, but as for the tool as it is, it works just fine and it'll get the job done.
Waffles?
No, I'm okay, thanks. Just beans on toast will be delicious. Thank you. Hey,
okay.
What?
Friday,
I'm trying to record my video.
On a Friday?
I don't want a fried egg.
I'll get cheese on top.
I'll have a sprinkle of cheese on there, but no egg.
Do you...
Anything else?
Do you...
Thank you.
Babe.
What? My camera's falling down.
I'm good on camera.
So why is that falling down? How do I tighten this bit?
With a twizzly.
Oh no, with a handle.
Yeah, twizzly.
Yeah, it's not twizzly.
This is a twizzly.
Right.